So dear students, we are in BBA second year, third semester, Human Resource Management subject. We are in the second unit of that subject. And in the second unit, we have learned so many things. Job description, job analysis, job specification. These topics we have learned already. And today we will learn about job evaluation. And if time permits, we will go for job restructuring also. Okay, I will start with job evaluation. What is job evaluation? See, job evaluation means to calculate certain things. So why it is required? Why you need to evaluate job? That is the important question you have to answer. See, it avoids inconsistency in job rates. Means, see, if a person who is working very hard, if he gets less salary, and if a person who is not at all working hard, if he gets more salary, that amounts to inconsistency. So that inconsistency will be removed with the help of job evaluation. Okay. So achieving uniformity in the entire wage structure. So in wage structure, wage means not only wage, salary structure also. See, there is a difference between wage and salary. Wage normally we will pay to daily laborers or those who work on day-to-day basis. And salary we pay to those who work permanently in the organization, or periodically we make payments generally for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or annual packages will be there. See, again, if you have completed accountancy, final accounts, you know wages you will take in trading accounts, whereas salaries you will show in profit and loss account. There is a different wages generally, normally, you will attach them to factories, production units, or purchasing sales departments, whereas salaries, administrative staff, like that you will pay. So, in order to remove non-uniformity, you have to evaluate. Evaluation means calculation in simple terms. So, who is working more, who is working less? Which job is more risky, which job is less risky? You are going to evaluate, you are going to calculate. So based on that one, you have to fix rates, job rates. So job evaluation is used for that purpose. So it avoids any inconsistency in job rates. And for achieving uniformity in the entire wage structure, we have to have job evaluation. So this is the concept of job evaluation actually. Evaluation in simple terms is determining the worth of job, of anything. Calculating the worth of anything is evaluation. See, after the examination is over, the examiner will evaluate your papers. Means he will calculate the worth, he or she will calculate the worth of your writing. Or in certain cases, whether they are unworthy, how much marks you have to be assigned, everything will be clear with the help of job evaluation, with paper evaluation. Similarly, with the help of job evaluation, one can be very clear as to how much salary or how much wage a particular employee has to be paid. That will be cleared with job evaluation. So coming to the definition, it is a systematic process of determining the worth of one job in relation to another job in the organization. So I will take the example of our college. See here, sweeper will be there. Even below sweeper, you will go for scavenger. Scavenger means those who clean toilets, latrines like that. Okay, scavenger, sweeper, then attender. I am just taking as example. Then more attender. The non-teaching staff means clerk, lower division clerk, likewise. Then non-teaching staff, entire non-teaching staff who are doing office work, not this work, then they will come here. And then lecturers. This is normal college I am taking into account, lecturers. And this is principal. So this is the order. So in job evaluation, with the help of job evaluation, you will come to know which person has to be paid how much based on the job stature. So it is a systematic process of determining the worth of one job in relation to another job in the organization. Kindly note, I am repeating, it is a systematic process of determining the worth of one job in relation to another job in the organization. The relative worth of various jobs are assessed so that wages can be paid depending upon the worth of the job. Okay, without job evaluation, you cannot fix salary. Please understand. With job evaluation only, you can fix salary. And it is required. Why job evaluation is required? It is required to improve the performance and maintain high level of efficiency in work. Okay. See, if there is any injustice in the wage structure, what will happen? Those who are working hard, they will not work hard because they will feel very sorry, very bad. I am doing this much work, but I am not paid properly. So they will reduce their work. So to improve performance and maintain high level of efficiency in work, job evaluation is required. Okay, the systematic process of assessing the value of each job in relation to other jobs in an organization is known as job evaluation. Kindly note, the systematic process of assessing the value of each job in relation to other jobs. The factors used to assess a job's worth are identified, defined, and weighted in the company's job evaluation plan. So, what are the things that have to be taken care of in job evaluation? They will note down how much time they are staying in office or organization. What are the tools with which they are working? What are the techniques with which they are working? So all this they will note down, and based on that, what are the educational qualifications that are required to perform a job? All these things they will take into account before fixing this job evaluation, before going for job evaluation. Now, job description and job specification are undertaken. See, in the previous topics, we have learned what is job description, what is job specification, that we have learned. Okay, describing jobs total, what to do, where to do, when to do, everything is job description. Job specification, in particular, what are the qualifications required, what are the tools and techniques that are to be taken up to perform a job, that is clearly specifying, clearly noting, clearly mentioning, that is job specification. In a job description, duties, responsibilities, and job conditions are described. And in job specification, human qualities needed for the jobs are described. Human qualities means what is the educational qualification, what is his technical qualification, any other qualities are required or not. Everything will be mentioned. In the next stage, job rating is done. Job rating means first rate in college, principal, second rate to lecturers, third rate to various non-teaching posts. Like that. So that is job rating. So you will start with the job description. Next stage is job specification. Next one is job rating and fixing of monetary benefits. As per planned system or scale, a money rate of pay to each job is allotted. Means for principal how much, for lecturers how much, based on experience how much. So like that, everything will be placed in order. Okay. Then components of job evaluation. What are the various components of job evaluation? Job analysis. First analysis. In this second unit, we have learned job analysis, job description, job specification already. Analyzing means systematically examining. If our blood analysis is done, means blood examination will be conducted. Means what is the blood group, how much HB percentage is there, what are the various components that are present in our blood. Similarly, job analysis means total examination of job will be done, right from naming of the job to compensation being paid, how much should be paid, everything will be done systematically. The after analysis is over, you will give it in writing, that is job description. And exactly concerning persons, what are the qualifications required, that is job specification. And rating, in rating scale you will check top post whose and last post whose, in between who should come, everything we are going to decide. And money allocation for top post how much, for the least post how much should be paid, everything will be done. Employee classification means separation, this grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, like that. This is These are the components of job evaluation. Now coming to Noels and Thompson, these two persons have mentioned why evaluation is important. Evaluation is useful in eliminating, in removing the following discrepancies, means very bad things uh, which are not apt in the organization. They should be removed. So paying high wages and salaries to persons who hold jobs and positions not requiring great skill. At the beginning of the class, I mentioned, why if I work hard, how should I should be paid more money than the person who is working less than me compared to me. So paying the beginners less than seniors. So the beginners require less salary normally, whereas seniors require more salary in comparison to beginners. So if we do perform evaluation, it will eliminate all these kinds of differences, discrepancies in wage payment. Giving raise to persons whose performance does not justify the raise. See, if a person who is not at all performing at all in the job, if he is paid more, means others will follow him. So he did not do anything. He is not at all doing anything, even though he is paid this much. So why should we work? So like that, it gives a case. So deciding rates of pay on the basis of seniority rather than ability. See, these two things you have to compare. In some cases, seniority is required. In some cases, not seniority, but ability is required. You take the case of IAS officers, IPS officers, then directly they are appointed based on their ability. Whereas promotion channel is also there, but you can compare. So sometimes ability is important, sometimes seniority is important. So to remove all these anomalies, to remove all these discrepancies, job evaluation is required. And paying widely varied wages for the same or closely related jobs and positions. It will eliminate this also, this risk also. Same type of job, one person is doing, he will receive more money, whereas another person of the same job will receive less money. So this is a discrepancy. So if you perform job evaluation properly, this will eliminate this kind of discrepancy also. Paying unequal wages and salaries on the basis of race, sex, religion, and political differences. See, these differences are existing in the world. They are not particularly to India. Everywhere you can see these anomalies, these differences. See, based on race, white race, black race, everywhere you can find in some countries. Sex, for males, one wage is paid. For females, one wage is paid. You take the case of daily laborers. You take the case of masons, maestries. Okay. Religion. If a particular person belongs to some religion, one amount is paid. If a particular person that does not belong to that particular region, another amount is paid. So political differences. If you belong to one political party, one amount is paid. If you belong to another political party, another amount is paid. So all these differences are going to be there. These differences will be eliminated if job evaluation is done properly. So main characteristics of job evaluation, you can see it is a systematic approach. Systematically, scientifically, we are going to decide job description, job analysis, job specification, so rating, everything we are going to do systematically. And Everything will be documentized. Okay, documentized means everything will be provided in a document. Analysis of the work involved in its starting point. So every work will be analyzed. It is an attempt to determine the requirements of the work involved for any incumbent means the person who is coming. So what are the requirements? It will be determined. It is a process by which jobs in an organization are appraised. Appraised means calculated. They are evaluated. Okay. Which job is key? Which job is least important? Key means not a locks key. Which job is more important in an organization? Which job is least important? Everything will be analyzed. It is a process of analyzing and describing positions, grouping them, and determining their relative worth, their relative value by comparing the duties of different positions in terms of their different responsibilities and other requirements will be done in job evaluation. So job evaluation is a system to deal exclusively with assessment of the job and not concerned with employees assigned to the job. So it is more related to the assessment of the job, but not the employees. Please remember. Okay. And regarding employees, performance appraisal will be there. It depends on the individual. It depends on the employee. Okay. It is designed only to establish wage differentials and not concerned with the absolute wage level. So differentials, it makes a comparison, that's all. But not exactly to this job, this much should be paid will not be decided. So only wage differentials. Means number one cadre post should be paid this much. Number two cadre post should be paid this much. Like that will be determined with the help of job evaluation. Okay. Then coming to objectives of job evaluation. Why job evaluation is required? What are its objectives? To secure and maintain complete, accurate, and impersonal descriptions of each job or occupation in the entire plant or in the organization. Okay, so it will provide a complete, accurate, and impersonal. Persons are not mentioned; only job is mentioned. So description of each job will be mentioned in job evaluation to provide a standard procedure for determining the relative worth or value of each job in the plant. Which job is more important, which job is less important, you can identify with the help of job evaluation. To, to determine a rate of pay for each job and which is fair and equitable with relation to other jobs in the organization, community, and industry. This is one objective to determine the rate of pay for each job based on the comparison to ensure that like wages are paid to all qualified employees on like work. If I am performing a particular work, whatever amount I paid, I was being paid. Similar kind of work, if another person does, same amount should be paid. With this objective, a job evaluation is being made. See, suppose I am teaching HRM today. Tomorrow, another lecturer will come to teach you HRM. Let us take for example. Whatever I am being paid, that person also needs to be paid the same amount. So to promote fair and accurate consideration of all employees for advancement and transfer. See, in organization, normally you will have promotion, you will have transfer, sometimes you have demotion. So what is the criteria? Job with the help of job evaluation, you can go for transfers, you can go for advancement, means promotions. All this can be fixed with the help of this. Okay. So coming to provide a factual basis. Factual means a fact in reality basis for the consideration of wage rates for similar jobs, both within the community and within the industry. So within the community here in the sense within the organization as well as with the industry if you compare. So there should be some meaning in your job evaluation, in your payment structure. So with this objective, job evaluation will be conducted to provide information for the work organization, employee selection and training, and numerous other important purposes. So based on job evaluation, you can provide training to the employees. You can select prospective employees for your organization. So for all these purposes, job evaluation is a must. So these are the objectives of job evaluation. The significance, what is the importance of job evaluation? Why it is required? So it takes into account all the factors that are useful in determining wages and salaries. What are the qualifications? What are the tools? What are the techniques? What is the grading given after job description, after job analysis, after job specification? This will be done. So, excuse me. So taking into account all these factors that are useful in determining wages and salaries. So maintaining harmony between the union and the management. The union means employee unions will be there. So harmony means striking a balance. So that there are no conflicts between employee unions and management. And standardizing the wage determination process. So how much wage should be paid, how much salary should be paid, it will be determined with the help of this job evaluation. Compensating the employees as per the requirements of the job. So as per the requirements of the job, amount should be paid to the employees. So that is done with the help of job evaluation. So it avoids biasness. Biasness means partisanness. If a particular person belongs to my caste, if a particular person belongs to my religion, if a particular person belongs to my sect, if a particular person belongs to my sex, if a particular person belongs to my region, I may be biased towards them. So in order to eliminate those kinds of biases, job evaluation is must. So it minimizes the cost of recruitment. If job evaluation is done properly, perfectly, so it will improve the recruitment process, and with less cost only, you can recruit the required personnel. Now, prerequisites for effective job evaluation. Prerequisites means these should be in place before job evaluation takes place. These are compulsory. These steps are minimal. We have to take for job evaluation. You have to determine job system and design. What is the job that a person has to perform? You have to design it perfectly. You have to facilitate participation of recognized unions. So with employees unions, you should not be entering into any conflicts. So for job, before job evaluation is done, you have to invite them, and with them only, with their participation only, you have to determine the rates, wage rates, ensuring simplicity in the job evaluation system. You have to make as less number of categories as possible. So as to ensure simplicity in job evaluation. So ensure that market surveys are carried out. So within the organization, before you take up job evaluation, you have to go for industry survey also. In industry, the same category person, how much he is being paid, so that it forms a basis for you to decide how much you have to pay him. So assuring that committees has representatives from all the parties, labor, staff, and management. So whatever committee that does job evaluation, so it should be well represented. All representatives should be included in the committee, like all the parties, like labor from labor unions, person should be there. From staff, person should be there. From management side also, persons should be included in the committee. So it should encourage active participation from each member. So all members should actively participate in the meeting. They should give suggestions. They should involve in depth, so that concrete job evaluation, exact job evaluation comes out. Then communicating clearly the objectives of job evaluation process. So before job evaluation is taking place, we have to communicate why you are doing job evaluation to the members. So these are the reasons for job evaluation. You have to tell clearly, and facilitating the hiring of outside professionals to bring expertise to the process. So before that, in some cases, you may have to take the help of outside professionals from industry, from academia, from press, whatever the case that may be applied, you have to take the help of. Sometimes you may require the help of outside persons. That person's help also you have to take into consideration. These are the prerequisites for effective job evaluation. But not only that, availability of job analysis information. So if a job analysis is done, it is not enough. You have to take that job analysis report with you. That is, job analysis means job description and job specification. These reports should be available with you. Job evaluation system should be simple, as precise as possible. It should be easily understandable by any other person. Most importantly, those whoever are working in the organization, they should be able to understand your job evaluation system. The job evaluation system should be taken as an adjustment to collective bargaining. Collective bargaining, in the subsequent chapters we will learn, but simply the concept is collectively means in a committee, management should be there. Similarly, employees unions should be there, and together they should decide the wage structure. So this job evaluation system is taken as an adjustment, which is an extension of collective bargaining, in other words. So active involvement of a trade union and employees is essential. So employees and trade union members should participate actively in job evaluation process. Availability of industry rates is important. So that is why before going for internal job evaluation, you have to go for external job evaluation. In other organizations, what is happening? How much they are being paid? We have to examine them, and only then afterwards we have to come to your organization. Selection of groups of employees and jobs to be covered by the evaluation system. So you have to determine this. Who are the employees that have to be covered? What are the jobs that have to be covered? Proper communication of objectives and implication of job evaluation to employees and unions to avoid any misunderstanding. So why you are carrying out this? You have to communicate with unions. You have to communicate to employees. These are the objectives. If we conduct job evaluation, these benefits are there. These are the demerits. We have to communicate to them. So involvement of outside experts, consultants is required sometimes. So Administrative Staff College of India, National Productivity Council, these people help if you take, it will be of immense help in job evaluation. Okay. Coming to job evaluation methods, various methods are there in job evaluation. Ranking method. See, this method ranks jobs in order based on each job's perceived value. See, I told no principle is here means you understand that he should be ranked first automatically. So based on your perception, based on your understanding, you will rank the job. So that is ranking method. Classification and grading method. See, this is based on you will classify jobs based on certain criteria, how much time you are spending, what are the tools that are required, what are the techniques that you are using. Like this, based on classification, grading method, if you determine, that is known as classification, grading method. Point factor method. Point factor method, as you can see, this approach identifies job factors that add value and worth to a position. The job factors are separated into groups, means based on skill, based on responsibility, based on effort that is involved. You are going to assign values to them, numerical values to them, means skill. Suppose if a person is requiring ITI, 1 point is required. If a job requires engineering, you assign 2 points. So based on skill, you are awarding points. So based on the points, you will give job evaluation rating. Okay. The factor comparison method. So here, instead of points, what you are going to do is you are going to compare directly. So with this method, in this method, job factors are identified under primary groups. So same skill, what is the skill required? What is the effort required? What are the responsibilities involved? What are the working conditions? You take the case of singer and coal employees. So underground they have to go. They have to perform job. So that much risk if they are taking, what are the compensation methodologies that are available to them? You have to directly, in factor comparison method, you are going to directly compare the various factors like skill, effort, responsibilities, and working conditions. Instead of giving points, you are going to directly compare various factors in factor comparison method. Into competitive market analysis method. In this method, what you are going to do is this approach looks at external data. In prerequisites, I mentioned before going for internal evaluation, you will look at the industry as a whole. outside market how much they are paying for the same job. You are going to analyze, and based on that, you are going to decide your wage structure. Your evaluation will be based on that one. That is competitive market analysis method. Coming to limitations. So job evaluation. What are the limitations of job? Job evaluation is not completely scientific. Sometimes there are biasism. Different job evaluators may reach different results. So various persons whom you are taking into consideration, different job evaluators may have given you different results. More complex systems such as point indicator may be difficult to explain to managers or employees. So I explained you various methods of job evaluation. Some may be very difficult to explain to managers or employees. So this is about job evaluation. See, job evaluation is systematic analysis of a particular job in order to determine wage structure, in order to determine the amount that is to be paid to employees. Okay, so it is a systematic process of determining the worth of one job in relation to another job in the organization. Okay, this we have learned. Various definitions we have seen. What are the components of job evaluation we have seen according to Novels and Thompson. So in order to eliminate these discrepancies, what are the discrepancies that we have discussed? Characteristics of job evaluation we have seen. Objectives of job evaluation we came to know. And the significance of job evaluation. Prerequisites for effective job evaluation we have seen. What are the various job evaluation methods we have identified? The limitations of job evaluation also we have seen. And tomorrow, in our next class, we will learn about job restructuring. What do you mean by it? We will learn in tomorrow's class.